Hey there, Leo. Welcome to reading for the week of October 30th. We're just going to shuffle and then jump right in here. So you start off with this blessed card and this not for you card. I love this blessed card because it says that there are blessings coming in for you. I almost wonder if there is some sort of blessing, obviously that's coming in for you, but it's like you have to release something, that you think you wanted or something like that. I don't know. I think you need to release something because it's almost like the universe has a better plan for you. The towers come up for almost everyone, so, wouldn't worry about that. I think we're in a time of global tower moments, obviously, and so I just tell people that, I think we need to make sure that we're keeping our head on straight, that we're paying attention, that we're bringing more positivity and joy and happiness into the world because we have to move in the other direction, obviously. So that's what I encourage people to do. And so there you go. But this reading, the first part of it is kind of reminding me, I don't know if you've ever seen that. I think there's a meme, right? There's it might have been a comic. I don't really remember, but it's like a picture of a little girl. She's standing in front of God or something like that. And she has a tiny little teddy bear and, God asks her to give him the teddy bear or something like that. And she says no or something. I don't remember, but God has a bigger teddy bear behind his back. Right. And so, that's kind of popping into my head in this reading. It's almost like the universe, God, whatever you believe in, right, is saying, hey, there is something that isn't 110% perfect in your life and that is not for you. And by holding on to it, you're preventing yourself from getting something bigger and better. And, again, I don't really think you are because actually, this reading might be saying that you have released something because you go from the Tower to the Eight of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles and your outcome looks freaking amazing. King and Queen of Pentacles, if you want love, it looks amazing. If you just want business and money, then, that also looks freaking amazing. So, it looks really, really good. And you literally have this card that says, you will be blessed with more than you could ever imagine, but you have to let something go. That's what this reading is really talking about. And you have this blessed card. Look, 2 cards. I didn't even realize that. 2 cards of blessings coming in for you. You have the Seven of Cups, which I think is, Seven of Cups is overthinking. Sometimes when we need to release something, it doesn't matter whether it's a job, a business, a relationship, where we live, whatever you're releasing, it's we can definitely get into that mode where we're thinking about all the good things and bad things that could happen if we released whatever we're releasing. So the Seven of Cups sometimes I think is just saying you're overthinking and you need to not do that. I don't know. I don't have any good advice for that. You have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. You always get this card literally since the beginning of time. Go back to the first reading I did for you, Leo. I'm pretty sure you had the Eight of Spades, which is basically the Eight of Swords in that reading. So, I feel for, you, Leo, the trick is to kind of, look for other ways of doing things, to, see other ways of doing things, and to research other ways of doing things. You have the Page of Swords. Funny enough, the Page of Swords is looking towards the past. And so, I kind of feel this reading is saying that there's something that needs to be released from the past, or there's something that you need to release from your past, but you could still be looking at it, right, with the Page of Swords. So, and even if we go this way, you have the Fool, which is taking a leap of faith. You have the Eight of Wands moving in this direction. So, I kind of feel this reading is pretty simple. It's saying, take a leap of faith away from something that you thought was right, that just isn't, right? With the Seven of Cups, you have the Five of Swords. I mean, pretty obvious. Some of these readings, I'm like, oh, this could be 30 seconds long, right? But, I just think that some of you are releasing something that is either, maybe it's causing more trouble than it's worth. That's kind of the energy that I get here. I don't think it's anything, I don't even think this is bad, right? It's I don't know, sometimes you just, maybe you do something, you bite off more than you can chew, right? These are all the things that are popping into my head right now. Sometimes you get a job and maybe it's more than you can handle, or maybe you get a job and it's just not enough, right? And maybe you date a person and they just aren't cutting it, right? And maybe they might not be a bad person, right? Maybe it's just not working. So there you go. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon, which we clearly see here. Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm getting some words here. You need to play the game is what's popping into my head. I don't really have, I wish I had a better, I wish I had something to offer you here. I don't know. I'm stuck on this Eight of Swords, clearly. It's It's like there are things that I want to say on this channel, for example, that, if I were to say them, I know I would get banned off YouTube, right? There are things that I wish I could talk about that I can't. And, it's like I just have to play the game. And instead, it's like my version of playing the game, because I know that the light is going to win in the first place, is, I just have decided that I'm going to just encourage people to make their own dent in the universe. Literally, that's my purpose, is to encourage people to live their best life possible, and to tell people, yes, it's going to be a lot of work, and to tell people, like, no, there is no easy way to do it, but if you do it, it'll change your life, right? That is like my mission now, instead of talking about like the negative stuff that would probably get me banned, right? So it's like, that's what's popping into my head here. And that might not make sense to you. I don't know. It's like whatever you do, it's like maybe it's like you could fight against it, or you could build something better, which is another thing that I keep talking about. I think we're in a time of destruction, a time where we're going to see, banks collapse, stuff like that. We've already seen it. And so instead of focusing on that, it's like, what can you build? Like, how can you fill a space with something better? And, I feel like that's what the Eight of Pentacles is saying. It's like, instead of, fighting against something in your life, like, is there a way to build something better? I don't know. There you go. With the Page of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups again. So again, I think this is a confusing situation, whatever it is, and I would just avoid confusion at all costs, plain and simple. Next, you have this bad health card and this false person card. This is coming up in the area of the unexpected. I would be careful of your health. Like I've been battling COVID for like weeks now. Although I'm significantly better now, but I still have this cough and everything. And so I think it's a weird time. I'm not a doctor. I have no clue what I'm talking about. There you go, YouTube police. There's your disclaimer. But what I would say here is I have no clue what I'm talking about, but I would watch your health, right? I would just stay healthy. I don't think we should be paranoid. I don't know what's up with these eclipses. Everybody I know got sick in between these eclipses. So, that could be something. The other thing that I would say is you might find yourself being around a person, and maybe, maybe this person makes you sick. Like, I will tell you, many years ago, when I first started going live, I was working with a person. They were doing some side project stuff with me, and I would try to go live, and I would get this weird feeling in my throat. I literally couldn't talk. I would feel like I was gagging, all of a sudden, right? When I would try to go live, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And then I learned some things about this person. I got rid of them. They aren't working for me anymore. And when I did that, it went away. So I'm convinced. I kind of made some connections. I would always talk to them before I went live and stuff like that, right? And so that's the connection here. If you're around a person and they make you sick or they make you feel sick or something, that could be a sign. That could be a symbol or something like that. You have the Tower, the Fool, in the Wheel of Fortune. The Tower, of course, could represent a Tower moment, but a lot of people have had the Tower this week, so there could just be some global, stuff going on here. The Tower also, really, I think we're in a time of the Tower anyway, though. I don't think we should try to run away from the Tower. The Tower, I don't look at tarot as good or bad. To me, it's loose guidance at best. In the first place, I tell people all the time to take tarot with a grain of salt. These are pieces of paper with pictures on them. I do this for a living, basically, and even I understand that, right? It's I do not take tarot very seriously. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. Doesn't mean I don't listen to the messages, but I just don't, freak out about it and let it consume my day, right? And so what I would say here with the Tower is I think we're in a time of the Tower where, we are being brought back down to reality. There could be some uncomfortable realities that we're all realizing. And again, it's just time to build something better than what we had in the first place. So if you have a Tower moment, if you lost something, or again, in this case, it looks like you're cutting something out for the better, then you're just going to build something new, better. You have the Fool, which says take a leap of faith. And, sometimes I feel the Fool is very flexible, because he only has this tiny little sack on his back here. And it kind of says that he's about to go through the whole entire major arcana. And it says he has everything he needs right here, right between his two ears. So I feel for a lot of you, it's you have traveling light, making some changes without having a bunch of excess baggage is sometimes a good thing. It makes you very flexible, kind of like the Fool. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and again, there could be, I kind of feel like fortunes are turning in your favor. Obviously, you have this card that says you'll be blessed more than you could imagine. I think to make this happen, though, it's about, cutting something out of your life that is not right. And again, I'm not getting one thing or the other. It could be a person. It doesn't even have to be love. It could just be a person. It could be part of your business. It could be something that you need to do. It could represent needing to play the game, like I said, whatever that means for you in your work or your business. It's maybe there are some things that people do to get ahead that you don't like, right? But also at the same time, maybe you need to do those things so that you can be successful, right? It's funny because it's like, just to give you an example, it's like on YouTube. It's like I see so many small YouTubers that are like, I don't do the fancy stuff like the thumbnails and the titles. I'm like, you're basically saying that you're not doing your job when you say that, because it's like that's part of YouTube. That's how to be successful, right? There's nothing good or bad about it. And so that's kind of like the best example I can give you of what I'm getting here. It's like there might be things that you see, and it's like I don't know what this energy is, but I've just seen it a lot where people are like, oh, I don't do all this stuff. Like, I don't do all the fancy stuff, right? And really, I feel like you need to start doing the fancy stuff for some of you. You have the Page of Cups here. Definitely could be love. I would be careful of false people, although, I think for a couple weeks now, you've had like a person who maybe is a false person or just maybe isn't right, but not in love. Like, this could be a person you work with, a friend, something like that. So I'd be careful there. With the Fool, you have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you're putting up new boundaries, but I feel like the boundaries that you're putting up have to do with what you're willing to accept, because we go up to the Seven of Pentacles and you go down to the Six of Pentacles. So that, to me, with the Nine of Wands, says that you have recently made some decisions about like what you're willing to accept in your life and what you're not. So, I would just stick to your guns here. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the World. Love it. The World is a card of completion. Literally in the Major Arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, and then we start all over again as a Fool. So I feel like you're quickly completing something here and like just moving on to new accomplishments or, bigger and better things. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Resistance card and this Exaltation card. I feel like you need to push through resistance. One of my favorite books of all time, The War of Art. And no, I'm not talking about The Art of War. I am talking about The War of Art. In that book, he says that when you are closest to your goal, that's when you experience the most resistance. So I feel there are some things that you've thought about doing in your life, like some goals that you'd like to work towards, some changes you'd like to make in your, whatever, your work life, your business life, your love life. And, if I put myself in your shoes here, Leo, it's like you have these ideas, but I feel like it's almost like you're resisting executing on the ideas, or you're just feeling resistance, and I feel this is saying like, hey, this is divinely guided into your life, these ideas, so you need to act on these things and, make it happen. You have the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. I'm hearing the words like losing patience as well. I don't know, this is crazy reading. I haven't like channeled a reading like this in a very long time for you, Leo, so interesting. But the Seven of Pentacles, he's looking at those Seven Pentacles and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze, He's like saying, is it worth it for me to put all this work into these Seven Pentacles, or is there something better that I could be doing? Is there something different that I could be doing with my life? And so some of you, I don't know, I can't answer that question for you. I feel like you need to, kind of answer that question for yourself in whatever you're looking at. And I can't answer the question. I think there are better ways to do things like in work or business for you. You have the Eight of Wands here. Eight of Wands is quick success. So again, I kind of get this feeling that once you start playing the game, like that's the words that keep popping into my head here, that's when you're going to be truly successful. So, again, I would play the game, and especially if this is regarding work. Again, there might be some things that, like, I don't think you're like uncomfortable doing it. I wish I had like a good example. It's like, I don't know, like me personally, like I'm a Black Moon Lilith in Leo, right? And, I think that part of the karma for Black Moon Lilith in Leo is to like learn how to act. If you look at people who have Black Moon Lilith and Leo, they need to like learn how to be more playful. I was like not playful as a child. I had no imagination. Stopped believing in Santa when I was like 2 years old, 3 years old. Like literally I told my mom that he wasn't real because she used this pen. And I found this pen that was like the same as that she would write on the presents. I was like, nope, right? I had no imagination. So it's like, I had to learn how to like be playful. I was like super serious. I was like a freaking nerd when I was a little kid. I still am, but nothing's changed. But it's like, I was like into bugs and like lizards and stuff like that. I never got into cartoons or any of that stuff. So, total nerd, right? And, that's kind of like what I mean by playing the game. It's like, maybe you have to learn how to act. If you go watch my first videos, I was super stiff, super not animated, all that other stuff, like holding back, all that other stuff. So it's like, maybe that's what this is saying, is that you need to, kind of learn how to play that game. You have the Six of Pentacles here, and Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. I feel like there's something very equal coming in for you here. And again, I feel this could be love. I kind of feel, I don't know, what am I getting here? Like, I get something about, like, I kind of feel like this energy of needing to make sure you don't miss out on something as well. I feel like there could be, a very solid love connection. You have the King and Queen of Pentacles here. And you also have the Page of Cups, which could be an admirer. I'm getting something about, like, like needing to open up to a person, especially if you're interested in a person, and especially if this person is like a friend or someone you work with. Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, all the Pentacles, right? And it's not like you're going to miss out on this person, but I just feel like maybe you have a person. I don't know. It's like weird how I'm seeing this. It's like I have this message popping into my head that you have a person. It's like that you have a person that thought that you liked them or something, and then I feel like something happened, and now they think that you don't like them. So it's like, I don't know. That might only resonate with one of you. But like if you were like flirty with a person or something and then there was nothing after that, maybe I would start flirting again or something with that person. Because again, I think there's some sort of miscommunication here or something. I don't know. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. So again, I feel that you know what to do. Page of Swords is like the detective in the tarot. Page of Swords says really dig in to the things that you're interested in and really look into the things that you're interested in. Don't just become curious about something and ignore it. I would follow your curiosity. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is that third place. Again, I believe we're in a time of third place solutions where doing things that haven't been thought of yet is like kind of where it's at. That's where you're going to find the most success. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Emperor. Yeah, see, this could be you needing to take more action or put a little bit more elbow grease in with a person. And again, I'm not saying you have to go be upfront and ask this person out, but I just feel, I don't know, this might only be for one of you. Again, if you had a person that you were flirting with and they just all of a sudden stopped or something like that, I feel like something weird happened. Like maybe, I don't know, I don't even know. So, again, I don't pretend to know everything. And but again, if you have that specific situation, I would try to do something to warm that situation back up because it could be like a divine counterpart here. In the area of the good stuff, you have this Rebel card. It says limiting beliefs are limiting your abundance. Damn. I kind of feel that with that Seven of Cups. Remember, I was saying something about kind of seeing all the good things and the bad things with the Seven of Cups. So I feel like you need to be careful of that. This says system buster, entrepreneur, or teaching others a better way. Are you kidding? You're a trailblazer meant to pave the way for future generations. But again, I feel like you have to play the game. It's like if you, I don't know, maybe you're on YouTube or something and you have to watch what you say. I would watch the things you say and it's play the game or learn how to play the game. You have this card that says you will be blessed with more than you could ever imagine. So major blessings coming in for you here for sure. You have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, obviously, happy home, happy family. I feel there definitely could be a very strong connection coming in for you if you happen to be looking for love. Again, to me, Ten of Pentacles is the best love card in the deck. It's everything you want and desire. So, yeah, it's a Pentacle card, but, really, really good. And it can, of course, even if you don't want love, or if you already have it, this could just say there's more blessings than you could ever imagine. The Queen of Pentacles is an increase in your resources. I feel like you've needed this, is big time. I feel this kind of comes just in time. It's you're finding a way to increase your resources, just in the nick of time. So, I kind of feel that energy here. And I also feel like your focus is changing, So I feel like things are improving in a big way with this Queen of Pentacles. You have the King of Pentacles. So again, if you want love, I feel there could be a perfect match or something very stable coming in for you. I love these two together because again, they're two people who really want to put in the work to make something work. So that's kind of what I feel here. And look, you have the Lovers on the bottom of the deck there as well. So how interesting is that? It could be a Gemini, it could be an Earth sign, it could be any sign. You literally have every single sign here. So practically, might as well. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands. Someone needs to open up here. Again, guarded energy. We already talked about this. You have two sevens. Two sevens represent internal fears that don't exist. So I definitely feel it's time to release the fears or any fears that could be, popping up in your head. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles, so all these Pentacle cards, love it. Six of Pentacles also kind of says equal give and take, but, if you're getting into something new, it just says you give a little, wait till they give a little. Again, I think that's a better way to have a relationship nowadays. You're not asking this person to prove it, and you're also not giving. It's trust me, I get tons of comments of people that are I'm going to make this person give me $500,000 and, do all this other stuff before they can be in my life. I'm what are you going to do for them? It's relationships shouldn't be a one-way street is what I feel. It's I think it's better to be you give a little in the relationship, see what they do. If they return the favor, great, keep going. If they don't, I would communicate about it. I don't think there's necessarily any reason to break up with a person. If you give and give and give and then they stop giving, I would communicate and say what's up? Or why is there a change? I think we need to be better, breaker uppers. I think we need to be better at communicating these things as well, because you never know. Maybe they're just having a bad week, right? And maybe they'll say that. Also, if you communicate it, then it can change. If it doesn't change, then you leave, right? So, again, I think we could all, and again, I'm totally guilty of this as well. I think we could all end relationships in a much better way and get out of them much sooner and way waste way less time, right? With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Four Swords. Four Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, recovering. Something is making you feel this way, though. I kind of feel, remember what I said about, money coming in like just in time or something like that. I kind of feel that here. It's definitely money you've worked for. Like, I don't think it's something that's just like magically happening, of course. You have this broken bridge card. Says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I feel like someone is a broken bridge in your life. This false person here, they might not even be that bad of a problem, that bad of a person, but you might just have a person who just causes too many problems in your business or your work or whatever. I feel like I've been saying this for weeks, so be careful of that. You have this whale. It says great worry over nothing. Yeah, I think this is like going to be the next 10 years at least. I mean, maybe even the next 20. Again, my number one concern for people is that we're going to get to the end of Pluto and Aquarius especially, and I think people are going to look back and they're going to be like, oh my God, I worried about all these things, and I got nowhere worrying. And instead of, I could have spent that time like building something great in my life. So don't be one of those people. You're in the minnow pond, right? You're a shark, not a minnow. So, and you're not a whale either. So you should be a shark if you're here. And so get building something new. You have this boot. It says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Yes, definitely a lot of achievements coming up here. You have this bullet. It says don't back down, show strength and opposition. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yes, I feel like you need to push through things. You have this August card in this ink pot. It says problems to be resolved. I kind of feel like you had problems pick up in the month of August, and now you're getting to this place where you're improving. You have this tower. It says solid foundation, success with effort. Yes. I feel like a lot more success. You will be blessed more than you could ever imagine. There you go, Leo. I love this reading actually for you. It looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.